Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're looking at a really foundational piece of modern Filipino literature,
That's right. Ako ang Daigdig by Alejandro Abadilla.
which translates to I am the world.
Literally, yeah.
And our goal here is simple. I'm
Yeah.
going to give you a quick way into the explosive ideas in this short poem.
Absolutely. It's about unpacking this pretty radical claim where the speaker, the world around them, and the art itself, the poem, they all just sort of collapse into one thing.
Yeah, it's a single identity. And look, even if you don't read Tagalog, the concepts themselves, they repeat and they hit hard. You get the power of it.
Spefinitely.
Okay, so let's get into that main idea, that core equation. The poem, it doesn't really build up to it. It just states it right at the start.
Bang, out of the gate.
The speaker says, Ako ang Daigdig, I am the world, and then, Ako ang tula, I am the poem. That's ground zero.
But what's so interesting, I think, is that Abadilla doesn't just leave it there like a simple statement. He immediately complicates it, or rather deepens it. He brings in this idea of reciprocity, of mutual definition. The poem says, Ay ko ang daigdig ng tula.
I am the world of the poem.
Exactly. And then, ang tula ng daigdig.
The poem of the world. So they're defining each other. It's not just A equals B. It's A is the context for B, and B is the context for A.
Precisely. It's a
Yeah.
dynamic relationship from the very first lines.
That's a huge claim to start with. But then, okay, if the self is the world, is it like a temporary state? A fleeting world?
And the poem tackles that head on, too. It introduces this idea of timelessness, but applies it directly to the self, to the I.
Right, we get those lines. Ako na magmiluna ako.
The undying I.
Nawa na kamatayan ako.
The immortal I. So this self, this ako, isn't just the world and the poem, it's an eternal version of them.
Okay, so it's immortal. What else? What kind of self is it?
Well, the poem moves on to define the quality of this eternal self, and the word that comes through strongly is sovereign, independent.
Oh, yeah.
It states, I'm the free self.
The free I.
Yeah. And maybe even more telling is the phrase matapat sa sarili,
Which means,
faithful or true to the self. So integrity, freedom, they're not just characteristics, they're fundamental to what this ako is. It's a powerful assertion of independence.
so we have an immortal, free, self-true I that is also the world in the poem. What is it actually made of, though?
Right, and the poem expands on that later. It moves beyond just world and poem as the definitions.
How does it describe the substance?
It defines the self not by things it has, but by things it is. The speaker is ang damdaming malaya,
The free feeling or free emotion,
ang larawang buhay,
the living image or picture,
and ang buhay na walang hanggan.
eternal life, life without end.
Exactly. So the self isn't just experiencing these things. The self is free emotion, is the living image, is eternal life. It's like the self is the actual manifestation of these concepts.
And all contained within or expressed as the poem itself.
That seems to be the implication. The poem is the vessel, or maybe the result of this total identification.
That really flips how we usually think about defining ourselves. Usually we think, I feel X or I see Y.
Right. Not I am the feeling, I am the image. It's a much more integrated, holistic view.
And then structurally, the poem does something interesting. It drops the connecting phrase, right?
Yeah, towards the end of one section, it just lists the core concepts. No more ako ang.
Just damdamin, larawan, buhay, tula ako. Emotion, image, life, poem, self.
It's like it's saying, look, these things are now so fused you don't even need the verb to be anymore. They're interchangeable.
Facets of the same thing.
I think that's a great way to put it. And then the final section kind of brings it all home. It revisits that reciprocity idea.
I am the world in the poem. I am the poem in the world.
And then it distills everything down to that final incredibly potent list. Daigdig tula ako.
World, poem,
Yeah.
self. Full stop.
Yeah, the ultimate fusion.
So the big takeaway here, it seems, is that the act of creation, the poem itself, isn't just about the self. It is the highest form of realizing that self, making it real, making it eternal.
That seems to be the core message. The poem is the self-actualized ako.
So for you listening, the essence is this. Ako ang Daigdig presents this radical idea of self-sovereignty. The ako, the self, is positioned as this unshakable, immortal bedrock for both art, the tula, and existence itself, the Daigdig.
Which leaves us with the question, maybe something for you to think about. If the self is the poem and the poem is the world, does Abadilla's work suggest that creation, defining and making your own poem, whatever form that takes, is maybe the only true path to self-discovery?
What's your own immortal I?
Exactly. What is your walang kamatayang ako? Something to consider.